Good evening. My name is Tucker Leck. I'm a 7th grader here in Neodesha, Kansas. And today I will be talking to you about my FCCLA service project, Shine the White, with an FCCLA Lung Cancer 5. The reason my project is named Shine the White is because the color of lung cancer awareness ribbon is white. Here are my table of contents. As you've probably seen, the FCCLA planning process was used through every step of this project, and as I get further into my presentation, I will talk about how the planning process has helped my project to be successful. Here is my evidence of project summary submission page. The first thing I'll be talking to you about today is identify concerns, address special needs. I feel that there are two very devastating statistics on here for me. The first one is that 80 to 90% of all lung cancer deaths are caused by cigarette smoking. And in the United States, one person dies every minute from a lung or smoking-related problem. This is also very urgent and significant because it relates to FACTS National Standard 7.2. Identify concerns, target audience. During classroom discussion, we chose to focus on students K through 6, which is about 300, and then students 7 through 12, which is about another 300. So that's about 600 students. One of our main focuses is that we hope that kids would go home and have a conversation with their parents. But the true reason why we felt that we wanted to target youth is that we feel that they're very impressionable, and we hope to create a mindset to where they will never smoke at all. Set a goal, goals, and missions. So using the SMART goal acronym, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely, our goal was SMART. It was specific because we targeted a certain cancer, lung cancer. It is measurable because we provided a survey and a questionnaire to the teachers. It is achievable because it can be done in a manner that is effective while still staying timely. It is relevant because e-cigarettes pose a common day threat to youth. And it is timely because it was done in 2 weeks of February. Set a goal reflects FCCLA purposes. So I felt that this project reflected two purposes of FCCLA. The first purpose that I thought it reflected was the fifth purpose, to promote greater understanding between youth and adults. As I stated earlier, one of our main focuses is that students would go home and have a conversation with their parents. So that really does reflect the fifth purpose of FCCLA. I also felt that it reflected the sixth purpose of FCCLA, to provide opportunities for making decisions and assuming responsibilities. Because this was being done in a FACTS class, we gave students the opportunity to work amongst a group and make decisions. Set a goal relates to family and consumer sciences. The most common sense way that this relates to family and consumer sciences is because it was actually being done in a FACTS class. It also relates to family and consumer sciences because it ties to FACTS National Standard 7.2 and 7.3. And it also ties to 21st century skills such as problem solving, collaboration, and communication. Form a plan, scope. So the scope of this project was very broad, ranging from the 600 students in the elementaries and high schools, along with the 17 students in our FACTS class. We also set 4 committees, each one having equal responsibilities. And as the manager of this project, I always assumed responsibility when asking for permission from administrators or leading group discussion. Form a plan, project organization / partners. So I'll briefly talk about each one of these pictures. So here in this first picture, I'm discussing an alternative of the chair as he was transferred out of the class. Here in the second picture, I am discussing alternatives to the budget. And then here in the third picture, I am writing committee jobs on the Promethean board as I'm integrating technology. And although not pictured, I have partnered with Helen Elementary, North Lawn Elementary, Neodesha Athletics, along with the local Resist chapter, which leads a fight against targeting big tobacco companies influencing underage youth. Form a plan, work plan. So the work plan was very specific as we split into 4 equal committees, each one having equal responsibilities. So I'll briefly talk about what each committee did. So the Heller Elementary Committee was in charge of planning activities and presentations for K through 3 students. The North Lawn Elementary Committee was in charge of planning activities and presentations for 4 through 6 students. The Game Committee was in charge of creating an informational table along with providing facts to the speaker at the game about lung cancer and FCCLA. And then the Lung Cancer Awareness Whiteout Week Committee was in charge of creating posters and hanging them around the school along with handing out ribbons. Form a plan timeline. So from January 6th to the 23rd, committee started to brainstorm concerns, form a plan, and then set a goal. Here from February 10th to the 14th, we started to act on activities and presentations planned for the Whiteout Week Committee. On the 11th, we acted on the educational booth and lung cancer facts planned for the high school basketball game and halftime activity. And here this is the first and second picture. On the 13th, we acted on the presentations and activities planned for K through 3 Heller Elementary students. That's here in the third picture. And then on February 20th, we acted on activities and presentations planned for 4th through 6th grade students at North Lawn Elementary. Form a plan, activities, tasks, and roles. So after committees met for multiple days, we came together for a group discussion, and each committee designated a spokesperson, told what their ideas, projects, and activities were, and then the other committees would designate a spokesperson and provide feedback. Form a plan, budget. So the FCCLA Junior High chapter allotted us $50, and the Neodesha Facts Department allotted us $10 for a total budget of $60. As you can see, the original requests were way too high, ranging at about $1,000. So I met with my advisor along with the committee chairs to get the cost down to $60. Form a plan, increase awareness, and public relations. I have interviewed for the school newspaper. I also talked to school board officials about my community service project, as seen here in the first picture. I set an FCCLA/Facts educational booth near the game concession stand. That's here in the second picture. And then I attended and gave a speech at the Resist Taking Down Tobacco Day at the Kansas Capitol in Topeka, Kansas, and that's here in the third picture. Act, project, impact. So, as I said, we created a survey and a questionnaire for the teachers. We sent a video for each teacher to show to their students, which was an opener into our presentation. We received a lot of positive feedback from the surveys and questionnaires. And one of these positive feedbacks is that students still remembered weeks later that 1/2 of all cigarette smokers dies of lung cancer. Approximately 100 people heard the lung cancer facts at the basketball game, and 47 people heard the informational table. Were at the informational table at the near the game concession stand. Over 600 students were affected by either the elementary presentations or the Whiteout Week activities, and then over 300 youth from across the state heard me give a speech at the Resist Taking Down Tobacco Day at the Kansas Capitol about how big tobacco companies influence rural underage youth. Youth involved in volunteer recruitment. As you can see in all three of these pictures, youth was involved in every step of the way, and hopefully by showing non-members of FCCLA that FCCLA members in the club does community service projects and helps the community, we hope that we will gain membership in our upcoming FCCLA year. Follow-up evaluation. So if I was to repeat this project, I would focus equally on the dangers of tobacco as much as awareness. And my partnership with an FCCLA high school officer gave me credibility in my leadership with communicating with my peers. Along with this, the FCCLA planning process was the most beneficial process that I had in my project. And I would like to thank my facts teacher for giving me the support and help throughout this whole project, along with my mom for again encouraging me throughout the project. Here you can also see on the left, I sent an email to the game committee thanking them for their hard work and help. This concludes my presentation. I again would like to thank you so much for giving your time and making the National Leadership Conference and STAR events possible, and I look forward to the feedback that you'll have in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day.